TriHMI is using the same database format as the Tristation Emulator, so you don't have to do any pre-conversion or reformat your database. Once you import your database, all the alias tags will be listed, so you can start placing your tags on your displays by just a double click. And once you place the tag is configured and is linked if you connect to the emulator. All tag properties can be edited and viewed during online or offline, and there's no actually a run mode and view mode in the TriHMI, so you can do everything while you are connected or not connected. One more feature of TriHMI is the auto generation for displays, and this is depending on your group 1 in the database. So for each group 1, the TriHMI builds a new screen placing all the tags that has the same group 1, and this saves a lot of time if you have a lot of interlocks and you need to have a display for each and every interlock. Another feature of the TriHMI is the initialization for the tags, and the values comes from the imported database or from your saved. You can save a state as your initial state, so you can initialize the tags, and this really saves a lot of time if you will be doing a lot of testing and going back to the initial value, tripping, then going back to the initial value, and especially if you have a amount of tags. Another main feature of the TriHMI is the events logging. So TriHMI can log your events for any change, whether it's digital or even analog. So all changes you made will be logged, even if it's digital or analog. Another main feature of the TriHMI is the output tracking. So feedback could follow the output. So as you can see, the limit switches are following the state of the valve, and this is very helpful during simulation or sequences. So now we will start doing our new project. We'll start a new project and we'll go step by step to see how do we do a TriHMI project. So we'll start doing a new project. So it asks you about your database, and as I said, there's the same format as the database from the Tristation. The only thing that you may need to do is to make things easier. You have to make sure that the group 1, if you want your auto generation for displays to be working fine, you have to make sure that all the tags that you need to be placed on the same display have the same group 1. Another thing is the initial value. So you can put initial values for your tags, like for the analog inputs I have put like 2500, which is some kind of 50%. So this will make the initialization easier and faster. Also for the analog inputs I have the minimum and maximum values, and this is because TriHMI is using, you can put your values as row counts or engineering units. So to make it easier for you, save time for the row count conversion, you can specify the same minimum scale and maximum scale that you are using in the program and give it to the TriHMI. One last thing that you need to put, if you have thermocouples, and because thermocouples are scaled in different ways, you need to specify a TC. So this is how TriHMI will know that this is a thermocouple, not a regular 420 milliamp transmitter. Okay, by doing this we have everything done. We have all our database configured. So we'll go now to the import. And as you see, once you import, the screens will be built automatically and all the tag names will be listed. The only thing you may need to adjust is the settings in here. You have to make sure that the the same application name and topic name as the same one that you are using for your emulator. You have to make sure that's the same thing before you connect. And we have said that we have all the functionality of any HMI program. You can do a line, and you can do same size, you can move groups. And you will know how to put your layout for the screen as convenient as you want. So these are all the commands that we have in here: new project, open project, save your project, create a new blank screen, save the current open display, initialize the tags that is in this screen, in the active screen, save the tag values for this active screen, insert a text. You can do labels for your groups or tags, connect, which connect to the emulator, events, start the event logger, initialize all the tags, not only the one that's in the current display but all the tags into the database. Save all, also upload all the values for the current state to the as initial value for all the tags. And these are the align, same size, and the array for the layout formatting. The last thing that you need to know about how to do is the output tracking. So you can just say set effects, and whenever you do this, it will give you a list for all the inputs, and you can specify the values when the output is true or false. Now we need to save the whole project, say sample. So now you have your output tracking set up. One more thing that you need to know is you can use all the Windows functionality like tile vertical, horizontal, or whatever. And also you can open more than one instance of the TriHMI. So if you want to open the same project or another project, if you have a multi-instance in your emulator, so you can open two windows from the TriHMI itself, or more windows if you want, if you have more screens or monitors to support this. If you're still using the Tristation Emulator panel, I really think you will find this program very helpful. If you are using InTouch or the Cape to do your testing, I still think this will be helpful for you as well. So I'll be waiting for your feedbacks. The program is some kind of under development, so save regularly because it might crash. If you have any error messages, send it back to me. If you have any suggestions, comments, please let me know. And at the end, I want to thank you for your watching, and I want to thank Walid Nabil and Said for their great contribution.